Mom and Dad would let them, the bigger ones that are able to, could come down and maybe sit on the steps here or maybe sit right there because I've got some questions to ask them. So come on. Some of you were out late last night. I know. I was with you. For those of you who didn't know, I went roller skating last night. And I didn't even fall down once. Right? Come on, guys. Come on up here. Come up here. Come on up here and let's sit down up here. Let's talk just a few minutes, okay? I want to know what you guys think is in this bag. What does this bag say? Who can read that for me? Seeds. What is all this stuff up here? What do we got? What's in here? What's in this bag, do you think? Soil. That's a big word. I call it dirt, but yeah, soil. What does this do? Yeah, we water, right? So plants can grow. And you're right, in here I have some seeds. I think they're very special seeds, but they kind of, do they look very special? No, they don't. They just kind of look plain a little bit, don't they? But you know what? Inside of each one of these seeds is a little tiny miracle. And so we put a few of them in some dirt or some soil. And we've already added some water to some of these things. And what happens to a seed when we do that? Do you know what happens to a seed when we do that? It grows. It can grow into a whole bunch of different things. Now, I said these seeds were special seeds, but they're kind of only special because my family likes these seeds. You guys may not like these seeds, but these seeds grow green beans. And you know what? They grow kind of special green beans. In fact, when I was probably some of your guys' age, my grandmother, all my grandparents are from North Carolina, and they moved out here when they were little, and they brought with them seeds so that they could grow things, grow gardens, grow flowers, grow vegetables, things to eat, pretty things to look at. And you know what? When we look at these seeds, we know that they kind of look a little plain right now. They're kind of just this off-white color, aren't they? They're not very spectacular to look at now. But in a few months, what happens? They grow and they change because that seed has had nutrients from the soil. Well, you know what else? There's some more stuff that I have. I have more seeds in my bag, right? I have some more seeds in my bag. What is that? Bible. What? Can you say it louder? Bible. It's a Bible. You know what? On the pages of this Bible are seeds. God's word tells us that every word is a seed. Now, what happens if we were to take these seeds and just leave them in my little Ziploc baggie? Nothing happens, right? Way to go, Cora. Way to go. Nothing happens. What happens if we leave God's word and all these words? What happens if we just leave them in this book and we close it up? Nothing happens. That's right. For the miracle to happen, we have to plant the seed. We've got to let it grow, and we've got to take care of it too, right? If I just plant these seeds and never water it again, what happens? They might grow a little bit, but then what happens? They die. That's right. And so for us to get the miracle of the seed out of the soil and all that, we've got to kind of take care of it. And we got to make sure when we plant it in the bigger pots, right? We got to make sure to keep the weeds out, right? We got to make sure that we don't have any rocks in there. Well, the same thing is the same thing with the Bible and our hearts. When the word becomes one with our life, when we plant it deep in our heart and we take these seeds and we remember them, we memorize them, we don't forget them. When we do that, God's word becomes one with our life, and then the shell breaks open and God's word starts to grow as we grow. So as Pastor preaches today and he talks about the soil and he talks about the different things that goes on with growing God's word in our heart, you guys already are like ahead of everybody else, right? Right? So Miss AJ down there has a coloring page, and then she's got something for you to take home, for each one of you to take home with you so that you can grow these. I know you're going to love them. They're green beans. They're really tasty. They really are. And so let me tell you something else. You can tell mom and dad too that they make their own seed at the end of the year, that you can grow more every year. They're kind of special that way. Most seeds don't do that anymore. Thanks, guys, for being up here. Remember, God's word is the seed we hide in our heart. All right? Why don't you go get your things from Miss AJ?